Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1 Phathead, Cande Roth, looking at a beautiful day, beautiful week. Get up to about 78 today. Gorgeous tomorrow. Dublin Deck, the same. What a night that's going to be, by the way. Lockmore live on stage tomorrow at Dublin Deck. First time that we get to see them. I think they were rained out a couple of weeks ago. And by the way, this is our first Wednesday in a month, I want to say, right? Because the last two Wednesdays were rained out. We're going back at least 3 weeks to 4 weeks or whatever the number is. We had a lot of problems trying to get a Wednesday going. We were with you on Memorial Day, so that was a Monday. But yeah, as far as Wednesday, I think this is going to be only our second Wednesday for Dublin Deck, if I'm thinking correctly. I believe so. So that's tomorrow. Beautiful. The whole weather looks like 78 today, 78 tomorrow. Thursday, about 82. Sunshine looks absolutely great. A couple things for you before we get started on the show. We have a lot of shows of our own coming up here. June 20th, we're 17 days away from our birthday show with Chris Lane. June 20th at Mulcahy's, moles.com for the tickets, muls.com. And obviously we have a bunch of stuff on sale, but coming up the quickest here, Chris Lane, Mulcahy's, June 20th, our birthday show, finally going to happen here in a couple of weeks, about 2.5 weeks' time or so. So Tinder, for all those, I got two stories we're going to get to. One about relationships, and then one about maybe what relationship people want more, their pets. We'll get into that for a second after. Tinder is now putting a filter on their dating site where you can filter people out by height. Now, initially, when you think about it, it's like, we're going to filter out short people. Let's say a woman doesn't want someone too short or whatever. That's not always the case. You can filter out tall men. Maybe you don't want a guy who's over 6'6". You're like, oh, that's way too tall. It could go the other way as well. Men can filter out tall women or short women and, things like that. So it's not just one way, but they are going to put a filter for height on Tinder. It's a new thing that they're going for to help a broader effort to have people connect more intentionally. Now, you could still lie about your height. When you finally meet in person, it will be obvious that you lied. You could still lie about the height, but now you can put your preference in, and they have the new algorithms and all the things that you can do to make it more efficient for you as you go on this site in particular, Tinder. So, and it's going to work all ways. You can filter men, women. You want someone that's only over a certain height or not under a certain height. That is. I would have thought they would have had that already. Kind of doesn't make sense. If you're going to be on there trying to find, the right person, why wouldn't you have as many filters as possible? But okay, it's going to be a new thing. Now, if that's not your thing, and maybe your pet is your thing, a study was just put out, showed that owning a dog or cat in 2025, more than you might think. The real cost, the actual numbers over the course of a lifetime, the study chose 15 years, right? Because that's pretty, the average, lifespan. You have some that are less, some are more, but they chose 15 years. People thought that it costs about $5,700 to own a cat and $8,200 to own a dog for about 15 years. The real number is about $20,000 each, $20,000 to $22,000 each when you factor in everything from food to vet bills to how much you spoil them, and if you have to pay extra to take them on a trip or whatever the case may be. The cost is definitely up there. That's an average of at least $1,300 a year for cats and $1,500 for dogs, a new study put out. But maybe, listen, if maybe that's your thing and you're like, forget Tinder. I'm done filtering by height. I'm done looking for people on Tinder. I will pay for my pet and we will live happily ever after. There you go. That's the new number that you're looking at for a lifespan of 15 years for an animal. Plenty more to do today. New thing in China going on where you pay to go to an office and you may not even have a job. We'll get into it and what that's all about. Somebody was charged for assault on their roommate, and we'll tell you the reason why. It's an interesting one. National Days and Good News Stories coming up late 8 o'clock hour. It's also National Egg Day, so we'll get into some statistics about that. Bald and the Beautiful up at about 8:12, your next entertainment from Nashville to Hollywood. And we're going to have a beautiful week here continuing. Yesterday was great. Today about 78, doubling deck tomorrow, also 78 to 80. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.